Well, hello. Today we are going to be replacing the battery pack in my N64 Smash Brothers game. The save feature is kind of been flaky. Sometimes it'll save for a few days, and sometimes it erases everything right after I cut it off, which is an indication that the battery is dying. And so, with a little bit of internet searching, I found this handy little kit on Amazon for like $15 and tons of extra batteries. And it also comes with these tools for changing them out. And for today, we really only need this one. And from what I've gathered, we also need a couple of these little screwdrivers you can get at the hardware store, along with soldering iron. So they say this is a 3.8 millimeter, and basically we're going to go ahead and open this thing up. It works on these little screws here on the back. Alright, there's one. And there's two. Alright, so we'll set that aside, and then this piece of plastic here sort of pops off. You got two little tabs here you don't want to break. And then we're looking at this, and then a little Phillips screwdriver for these two little screws right here in the corners. Alright, now if you've got one, alright, so those are out. So that's got this little metal guard that covers the chip. If you look right in here, there's these little tabs that kind of lock it in. So like you can kind of lift this up, but it still sticks. Get you a flat tip, one of these, and you can kind of, this can be hard to do on camera, but you can kind of come in here, sort of pry these up after you lift that up, and it pops right out. And so now we have this. One thing to keep in mind with this too, before we take it out, there's this little, let's see if I pull it up again, there's this little plastic guard here that kind of keeps it in place. That will slide off, and it will only go back in one way. So that's good and bad, but keep in mind that'll come off and only goes in one way. So we'll go ahead and take this out, and move this over here to the side. And so there's the game, there's the chip, and there's the plastic piece that comes off. And so there's our battery. We're replacing that. According to what I researched, we need the CR2032. I hope that is correct, because that's all I've got. And then this is where the soldering iron comes in on the back side. But you got these two little pins that we have to touch those with a soldering iron to loosen that solder. So this will slide out. We can slide the new one on, and I've also got some more solder if we need it to get it to stick. And having never done this before, looking at this, I'm guessing that the orientation does matter based off where this starts and finishes, showing the positive unit facing up to, so it can only go in one way. I'm guessing it goes like that, so we'll see what happens. I'm a little nervous because I've had this game since it was brand new in like 96, 97. Nothing yet. Probably gonna need that little flat tip screwdriver. Alright, so we'll wedge that in there and keep heating it. There we go, we got one in and out. We're almost there. Let's stick that back in. And heat this side. Well, I hope the new one holds this well. Alright, now I'm going to put some pressure on it. Oh, there, that side's out. And our battery's out. And now here comes the fun part, getting the new one back in. One thing that's different about this one I can already see is these terminals on camera focus are different sizes. And this is not. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. And I've got my first issue, the battery doesn't fit. At least not well. Alright. So we're going to modify it. Now we'll set that down, we're going to put a little solder on it. Alright, that side's done. Let's do this one. That one wasn't as clean. Yeah, that one's still loose, so we'll put some more on there. There we go. I think we're in. Still want it, so I want that thing sealed up. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so you can see there. It's soldered through. It's in there pretty sturdy. Now we'll put it back together. So it's just a reverse of what we did. Get our plastic piece here and slide it into place. It should just fall right into place like that. Put our metal guard back on. Make sure those clips slide on down and lock. Now, make sure you get the Phillips screws for the corners. Alright, there we go. cover back on. Watch those plastic tabs. And finally our screws. Always wondered what's the point of a security screw if you can buy a tool anywhere that fits it. Why not just use a regular one? Anyway, that's my rant for this video. This side. Get these nice and tight. Alright, now the moment of truth, we'll put it in the N64, see if it works, and of course, I'm keeping the old one in case it doesn't. And that's it. That's how you change the battery in it. Pretty straightforward, didn't take very long, and hopefully I had the right battery, and now it works, and I can play Smash Brothers for quite some time, once again, without it deleting all of my hard work. Y'all have a good day.